Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. Hope you're doing well today. I've got a really special beer to review this time around. This is a beer from Vocation. It is an 11% Imperial Stout and it is called their Imperial Banoffee Pie. So it's an 11% ABV banana and caramel stout at 11%. I ordered this beer from the Vocation website. It cost £5.50 a can, so not the cheapest beer in the world, but something like this doesn't come along very often. And the 11% Banoffee Pie Stout sounds incredible. The weather's cold, the cold weather don't seem to be going anywhere, and I really fancy a kind of a dessert, big sort of dessert-based stout. So I thought I'd review this one. A bit of spiel on the can. It says a deeply indulgent Imperial Stout infused with banana and caramel. Expect a luxurious, dark and decadent taste sensation with a sweet Moorish finish. Beer this good is best enjoyed slowly. It does say pour carefully. It may contain sediment. Store cool and drink fresh. Yeah, ordered this. This arrived not the Sunday just gone, the Sunday before. Disclaimer, I've already drunk one of these. I ordered two and I've already drunk one, but I saved this one for the review. Yeah, doesn't actually have much in the way of ingredients written on the can. Just has a bit of information about the brewery. But yeah, so let's get this 11% Imperial Banoffee Stout out of its can, into the glass, and see what we're dealing with. I mean, that looks like oil. No head on that. As you'd expect from 11% Imperial Stouts. Let's leave the can there so we can see it. And there is this stout. I'll hold it up to the light. I can barely make out any red at all bleeding through that. That is jet black. That is a jet black stout. No head. No red bleeding through. Jet black. Can't even hear any carbonation, anything. It's just still. It's just still. It looks incredible. It looks incredible. I'm going to get my nose in, see what aroma we're dealing with. Wow, okay. Banana, toffee. Oh, goodness me. Caramel. There's a bit of boozy kick coming out on the aroma as well. Vanilla. Oh, it smells absolutely delicious. Absolutely delicious. It smells creamy. It's like a butter, sort of a buttery sort of aroma. Loads of banana, loads of toffee, loads of caramel. It smells. It's making my mouth water. It's making my mouth water just smelling it. It looks stunning. It smells absolutely stunning. I promise, just the aroma on this beer is incredible. That's worth the money alone. That is Banoffee Pie all over. It's incredible. All right, I'm going to get stuck in. Cheers. Whoa. Oh, goodness me. That is rich. There's so much Banoffee Pie. It's just screaming Banoffee Pie at me. Getting it all. There's actually a little bit of carbonation on the palate. Actually a very gentle fizz to it. Not that I don't think it needs it particularly, because the flavours are so pronounced on this beer. Goodness me. Toffee, caramel, banana. The mouthfeel is actually quite, even though there's very little carbonation to it, the mouthfeel itself, it's quite thick. It's thick without being sort of gooey. or cloggy, if that makes any sense. It really coats the palate. Your whole mouth is now coated in toffee, caramel, banana, vanilla, and at the back end there's a nice boozy kick as well. Really does linger. You're greeted by Banoffee, extreme banana, toffee, caramel, and then when that dies down there's like a vanilla, sort of almost like a buttery kind of biscuit. It's like pie. Basically it's like a buttery pie, a buttery sort of crispy pie base that follows the banana and the caramel and the toffee. There's vanilla in there. There's a slight kind of lactose sort of flavour as opposed to texture. It's not sort of creamy on the mouthfeel, but it is on the flavour. Oh. I tell you what, this is going down a lot quicker than the first one did. I drank the first one while sat watching the telly, and it took me about an hour to drink it. I was just sipping it, just taking in all the different elements of the flavour. It was a sipper, and I felt like it was developing. Tonight I'm really in the mood for this, so this is going down quicker than the last one did. This is stunning. This is an absolutely stunning stout. It really is. They've nailed it. Vocation have nailed it. That banana and toffee combination of the flavour. It's so pronounced. It's so strong. And then once that initial banana toffee rush calms down, then the caramel comes a bit more prominent, and then that creaminess, and then that butteriness that I kind of spoke of. It's Banoffee pie. It's Banoffee pie in beer form. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. And then it's quite sweet when that Banoffee flavour rush comes quite initially at the front of the palate. It's quite sweet, but that's not the end of the story. There's so much more going on after it. It calms down, and say when it becomes creamy, vanilla-y. There's a slight boozy sweetness, should I say. Slight boozy kick at the back end. But with it almost comes another layer of Banoffee. It's rich, it's boozy, it's delicious. It's a lovely beer. It really is a lovely beer. That light carbonation, when you look at it in the glass and you know, sort of wriggle it around the glass, doesn't look like it should be there. Excuse me, but it is there, and it just helps sort of calm that transition from Banoffee to sort of vanilla and buttery, the buttery flavour that I spoke of. It becomes slightly more caramelly and creamy and buttery. Banana, toffee, strong. Carbonation rush, caramel, lactose. There's the booziness. And it's still sweet. The sweetness carries through but calms. It develops. It really develops on the palate. There's a lot going on with this. It's crazy rich. You're not going to want to drink more than one of these at a time, I wouldn't have thought. Unless you have a seriously sweet tooth. If you like a dessert, this is the ultimate dessert beer. This is the ultimate after dinner beer. Yeah, at 11%, you're only going to want to drink one of these, really, and save the other one for another time. Like I say, it's taken me sort of a week and a half to get through 2 cans of this. It's beautiful, but it's not sessionable. It's not the sort of thing you're going to want to drink too often. It deserves to be respected, this one, and treated as such, you know. But Banoffee is so strong at the beginning. Loads of toffee and banana toffee, really strong. Proper overripe banana. And so then it calms. Caramel, milk, butter, slight biscuity malt coming through. And then the back end, there's a caramel milkiness that carries through, and then there's a really subtle bitterness. Really subtle bitterness, almost like a milky coffee type bitterness at the back end to it as well, which just gives it a little bit more character. It's a belter. It's an absolute belter from Vocation. This is special. This is special. They've been doing some incredible Imperial stouts and barrel-aged stouts and things now for a little while. Vocation. I had their red wine one, the one that had been aged in red wine barrels, and I really didn't enjoy it at all because I'm not really a red wine fan, so I should have known better really. But the red wine overpowered the beer for me. This one, the Banoffee kind of does the same thing. If you're not a fan of banana or toffee, or a Banoffee pie in general, you're not going to like this beer. If you do like a Banoffee pie, you have got a bit of a sweet tooth, you don't mind a rich, complex stout, try this one. Go on to Vocation's website if they've got any left and order one. Or 2, or 3, or 4, how many you like. $5.50 a pop. It's a treat. It's not the sort of thing you're going to want to drink every day. It is a bit of a treat beer, this one. But it's an absolute beauty. It's a 10 out of 10. It's an experience, this one. It really is an experience that's worth having. So Vocation's Imperial Banoffee Pie, 11%. Banana and caramel stout. It's a 10 out of 10. It's an absolute stunner. I hope you've enjoyed this review, guys. If you have, give it a thumbs up. I really do appreciate that. And until my next one, you take care.